Hi there, and welcome to your Wellness Wednesday. You're here with Chelsea Marie from chelseamariecoaching.com, and I am so excited to be here with you. If you're watching the live, thank you so much for being here. If you're watching the replay, thanks for stopping in, and also thank you for being here. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm a board certified health coach, and I specialize in working with women who want to look and feel their absolute best in their body, but struggle with low energy, weight loss, and overwhelm. So this season, I know how colds and flus can really play a huge toll in the household, and how, whether you are running a household or whether you are running a business, you already have so many things on your to-do list. So the last thing you really need, giving you more stress, depleting your energy even more, is a cold and flu coming into your household and playing a toll on your body. So today, I really want to share with you a couple things that you can have on hand that will either prevent you getting these cold and flus, or when you do get them, just by having them on hand and taking some of these things, you can actually cut the duration of your cold and flu in half. So a couple of things that I want to share with you today, you might already have in your household. I find a lot of people have these, or they've either tried them before, but they're not always 100% sure what it is that they do or how they work, but they take them anyways. So I just kind of wanted to share some knowledge on what these things do, and if you do have them, how you can use them. So the first two I really wanted to talk about is oil of oregano. So this company right here, Joy of the Mountain, is probably one that you've seen before. It doesn't really matter which company you're using, as long as it is an organic formula. That's essentially the most important part, is make sure it is organic. And then there's this guy right here, Silver. So the way that these both work is they are antibacterial, antifungal. They work to kill off viruses. If you have, if you're consistently getting sick, if you have a lot of yeast in your body, whether it's like candida or even like toenail fungus, this guy right here, the oil of oregano, does an amazing job. It's antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral. It's going to help to kill off anything in your body that is, whether it's a parasite, something that is probably attacking your system. So it's really nice to have on hand. It does work as a natural antibiotic. And the same thing goes with the essential. So they're two very similar remedies that you can take. They're just different elements. So the Silver right here, they're both, like I said, they're both natural antibiotics. So they're not things that you would want to take on a daily basis. So unless you have like something completely different, if you do have some kind of virus or disease and your doctor has recommended you to take it in a higher dose for like a longer period of time, then obviously follow your doctor's recommendations. Otherwise, this isn't something, neither one of these are something that I would recommend to take on a daily basis, because they are natural antibiotics. So just like any natural antibiotic, they're going to kill off bacteria. They're going to kill off the bad bacteria, but they will also kill off some of that good bacteria as well, which is why you don't want to do it for longer, typically, than like 2 weeks straight. So having these on hand, if you do feel like a cold coming on, anything, if you really feel like achy or whatnot, having some of these guys on hand will completely either kill off that bacteria or that virus or that flu, or it'll completely help to break it down in half. I really want to point out the Silver specifically for viruses. There's not a lot of things that work all that well for viruses. Typically, the virus has to run its course in our body, but Silver specifically will actually stop the virus from spreading in your body, allowing your body to actually, raise its immunity and kick it out a lot quicker. So as I mentioned, having these two on hand are going to be a huge lifesaver. As for a dose, you can just follow whatever is recommended on the bottle, because each bottle will have a different potency. So just follow whatever is on the bottle, or you can do some research if you have something in specific that you want to work with. Another one I wanted to talk about was iodine. This one is a very unknown one to fight off any bacteria or infections in the body. A lot of people are very unaware of the actual ability that iodine has to kill off viruses and infections. When you go to the hospital and you actually go in for surgery, they actually wipe you down with iodine. It does such an amazing job. It's so antibacterial and antimicrobial. It does a wonderful job with killing off any kind of infection or bacteria in your body. One thing that's also really nice about iodine, especially in the cold season, is that it's essential for supporting your thyroid. Now, if you have Hashimoto or if you have an overactive thyroid, this isn't something that you're going to want to start taking right away. You're going to definitely want to see your doctor and see how you can incorporate this into your diet. They might tell you right away not to take it because you are overactive, but if you don't have a problem with your thyroid, taking this guy right here is actually going to be amazing for helping to support your thyroid in producing its natural hormones. One thing that's also really nice about this guy is if you have excess levels of estrogen in your body, it's typically because you are low in iodine to begin with. So iodine is amazing for balancing your hormones, but overall, when you do have it on hand, it's going to do an amazing job if you do feel like a cold or some kind of flu coming on. Taking a little bit of this for a couple of days in a row, it's going to help to kill off that infection right away. In fact, when people go traveling around the world, they'll add iodine into their water to help kill off any kind of parasites or bacteria that might be in the water contaminating it. So either do some more research about this guy or go to your health food store, ask the ladies there. I'm sure they'll have a lot of information that they can share with you furthermore about this product specifically. So another couple things, which I'm sure you have definitely on hand in your house, or I'm sure you've taken before, is vitamin C. This guy right here is one of my favorite companies, New Roots. It is one of the very few non-GMO forms of vitamin C, which is not always easy to come across. This guy right here is amazing because it actually has a whole bunch of different minerals in it to help support your immunity as well. So this guy is definitely a nice one to have on hand. And then this one, I would say, is probably one of the top sellers. Even just having this guy on hand, Dr. Gifford Jones's formula. So what's unique about his is it actually is a high dose of vitamin C, but it also has lysine in it. Lysine is one of our body's amino acids that helps to build up our white antibodies in our system to fight off any kind of infection that comes across our system. So if you have a problem, if you know that you have a weakened immune system, typically doctors might say, well, stock up on some lysine, and that alone will do the trick. So the combination here of the vitamin C and the lysine is going to be such a lifesaver to have on hand. Like I said, if you are running around, if you have lots of stress in your lifestyle, if you're busy running a household or your business, having these guys are going to be a huge lifesaver. Another one I quickly wanted to just talk about as well is zinc. This is also, you don't have to have all of these guys on hand. You can have one of them on hand, you can have two of them on hand. This one I find is probably one of the main go-tos that I use. Zinc is amazing for your skin complexion. So if you do struggle with acne, it is also essential for balancing hormones, especially linked to estrogen levels. So that's one of the reasons why I like having this guy, is because it is essential for beautiful hair, skin, and nails. So I mean, for the overall, what girl or what guy wouldn't want gorgeous hair, skin, and nails? But what's really nice about zinc is it's so essential for our body's entire immunity system. So if you find that you do have a low, weakened immune system all year long, not even due to stress, even just taking some of this throughout the week will help to not only boost but protect your entire body's immune system. So what's really nice about the zinc is it actually plays a really big role in reducing or in balancing inflammation, because when we get sick, sometimes, that inflammation, it just really hits our body. And if it's for a day or so, that's fine, because that's our body's natural defense mechanism to tell our system, hey, there's an infection going on here. But if it goes on for too long and it's chronic, it can create a lot of damage. So in that case, when you do have the chronic inflammation going on, do make sure to take your vitamin C with the zinc, because the vitamin C does such an amazing job with repairing any kind of oxidative stress that's been done from colds and flus. I don't want to overwhelm you with too much. I just want to share one more with you, actually. So this guy right here, cayenne, is an amazing herb to have on hand. And like I said, I don't want you to think that you have to have all these things on hand. Even by using just one or two of them will really help to completely kill off that cold or flu, or help to keep your immunity, in a nice healthy state. So when you do get a cold or flu, it's gone within a day or two. So cayenne pepper, what's so amazing about it, cayenne pepper is also antibacterial, antifungal, antiseptic. It'll kill off any kind of parasite, any kind of bug in your body, but it's also amazing for increasing your body's core temperature. So if you are typically suffering from cold hands and feet throughout the winter season, if you find that you have a poor circulatory system, cayenne pepper will do an amazing job with helping you out. When you know your body is really cold throughout the winter season, that is when you are most susceptible to getting cold and flus. Your body's in a weakened state. So incorporating something like cayenne pepper is going to help to increase your body's core temperature. It's amazing for weight loss. So if you find that you are susceptible to gaining weight throughout the winter season, this alone will be a huge help. It's amazing for actually reducing inflammation. People use it for ulcers, for joint pains. It does an amazing job with reducing any kind of inflammation whatsoever. But overall, it's going to increase your circulatory system. It's going to help with your circulatory system. It's going to help to kill off any kind of bacteria and keep your immune system really healthy and strong. So these are some products that you can either do some further research on. I'm not here to diagnose or to tell you, what you have to have on hand. I simply just want to share with you what has worked for me, what has worked for my clients, and what I have noticed are the top sellers in the health and food industry. So if these are working for me and my own clients, my friends and family, and I see these working for a lot of other people as well, chances are that having either one of these or a couple of these on hand in your household is going to really be a huge lifesaver for you when you find yourself getting a little bit extra stress and your immunity getting a little bit lower. So that is it for today. I hope that you have found this information to be helpful, and I hope it really helps. Just having one of them on hand will really help you to fight any kind of cold or flus that might be coming your way this season. So that's it for the day, and thank you for being here. I am now going to hop on over to the Heartcore Living group. So this is a private group for women who are ultimately wanting to live their best life and just be a part of a community who believes in living their absolute greatest life and sharing all this information knowledge together. So if you are not already a part of it, come on in. The link will be above. You can join anytime you want, and yeah, I'll be popping over there in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Have a great day. Bye.